So Home and Heart is about your ability to create a beautiful life for yourself and the people you love. Some days it may not seem like a big deal, but I believe it's always important. The way I've broken down Home and Heart I started doing this in 2009. I first had really the vision for Home and Heart, and it came out of some really deep emotional experiences for me. I would say that Home and Heart, to a large degree, starts in my childhood. The way I felt as a child, the tools that I used for survival as a child, then my experience in marriage, my experience with children, and what I deemed to be important. Coming out of my divorce was very important. Yeah, so really, it's Home and Heart is kind of my life lessons and the tools that I use for coping. Yes, everything that I advocate and share and coach in Home and Heart, every one of us touches on them in our life at some point. My first connection with my clients is a conversation. It's what's happening in your Home and Heart. This can be in the form of just a conversation on the phone. One of my preferences is to bring someone into my studio and we begin a process of either coloring or painting, some type of craft, and we sit and we just do that as we conversate and we talk about what's happening in your Home and Heart. The first element that we work on in the workshop, in the year-long coaching program, is what is happening in your Home and Heart. Where are you? Where are you in place, in time? Where are you in your life? Where are you in your space around you, your home? Where are you in your body? Where are you in your head? So we do a lot of mindfulness exercises. We really find out where you are, how comfortable you are in your body, comfortable you are in your home. So yes, it's about your place in life, your role in life, your location, and your embodiment. Getting comfortable with you. That's pretty much the core of the first module that we work on, is you, how comfortable you are. The next module, and I have a day, each day of the week I focus on one of these elements, and I continue my own personal learning and I do my own exercises. But after we talk about where you are, who you are, we talk about your home. Where is it? What is it? Do you like it? Do you love it? What's missing in it? Some of the classes that I have in the Academy get into some things that you may not need to know, but I find them really interesting, and I think it gives a great foundation for understanding a lot about home. We talk about the history of home, the history of the house. So yeah, we talk about what is a house, the basic meaning of shelter, the forces shaping contemporary housing. A house is far more than the box that we live in. It's a collection of symbols that announce identity. It's a dream turned into bricks and boards. We learn about the days when houses had no bathrooms or clothes closets. Learn how technology combined with human dreams shaped the home. We do touch on architecture a little bit. And then we move into really decorating delights and the gamut of departments of decorating a home, from soft furnishings to paint and paper to lighting, to just all the elements that make up interior design. We go into some really cool principles of interior design. And then I move into elements of home. This is about the spirit and the art of Home and Heart. We talk about bringing in the seasons and the senses and creating solutions that can impact the functions of the home and things that we do there. So really some deep stuff. And then really the heart of home and heart in terms of space. And I love this module. I love this topic. It's just really inexhaustible, right? There's just so much that you can learn about a home. The next module, the next important element, I think, for home and heart is your heart. And my key course there is the magnificent power of your heart and what it can do from an emotional perspective, from a physical perspective, from a physiological perspective, from a metaphysical perspective as well. And so much to explore there. We talk about the Atlas of the Heart. I really like the book that Brene Brown has put out, and she goes through all of these emotions, and I don't think I could write that book. I don't think I could relay it better than she has done it. So I like to use that book because it's so beautifully laid out, the way she goes into emotions and categorizes them and how they affect us as humans. And I recommend that book in my programs for heart. I talk about love, and again have some really great experts that I rely on heavily. How we love, just relationships, things about your heart. Then we end that with a heart spa, which is rest, reflection, renewal, rejoicing, relationships. We do talk about parenting and other relationships as well. All of that falls under heart. So you can see those first three elements are very important, right? Who you are in your body, where you are in your home, and then where you are in your heart. And then we move into some of the delights, beauty. So when we talk about beauty, we're talking about the power of beauty, and that is a whole inexhaustible topic in and of itself. The impact of beauty on us as human beings. We talk about our own sense of beauty and loving yourself in terms of beauty. We talk about ways to improve your beauty and to enrich your beauty, from eating for beauty to blooming your life, and a year in flowers. Of course, flowers are one of the most beautiful things on this planet, right? And so we, of course, talk about flowers. We talk about incorporating flowers into your home over the course of a year, floral arranging, and understanding flowers and combinations, and how to put a bouquet together, and just different elements of floral arranging. And we speak to a lot of gardeners and florists, and again, the topic of beauty is just a really powerful one. Then balance. So balance for me, being aware of how energy deficits can create levels of stress. So as a society, we've grown accustomed to living a certain way. Learning how to be efficient with your energy expenditures, okay, is a heart intelligent way to love yourself, and is a cornerstone of self-empowerment. So when we're talking about energy expenditures, we're not only talking about money, but we are talking about money. So money is a big part of what we talk about in the balance modules and the balance sections of Home and Heart. But we also talk about the chakras in the body, colors, and the things that we can do to balance our life in so many ways. And then, of course, there is serenity. So serenity is about living above worry and stress. It's about finding ways to throw away stress. It's about sense. It's probably the module I use essential oils the most, even though we do touch on essential oils really in all of the modules. But in Serenity, we really tap into oils that can help to bring serenity to the spirit. And in terms of crafts, I love the idea of sewing for serenity. And so I kind of touch on soft furnishings there too. And yeah, finding something that you can do for serenity, but a beautiful module as well. Celebration. So I personally have my week culminate in a celebration tea on Friday afternoons, and I go live. Actually, no, I don't go live. I have a Zoom. It's a live Zoom. It's not recorded, and it's not broadcast. I just meet with whoever shows up. I usually will invite specific people, but anyone is always welcome to come. And I go through my own personal journal for the week of touching on each of these topics, and I talk about what I'm grateful for, and each of the ladies will share what's happening in their home and heart, what they're grateful for. And it's been just a real delight for me to work with these ladies and hear how their life is going from week to week. And the journal is available, just a sheet per week. But celebration is all about knowing how to appreciate and celebrate something. So this can be throwing a milestone birthday party. It can be about getting married. It can be a thank you note or gift buying. Just things to appreciate your own life and others in your life, and how to throw a beautiful tea, how to throw a beautiful party, and what those things. The other auxiliary parts of Home and Heart are the library. The Home and Heart Library. We have several book clubs, and I have a really great list of books, some in my studio, some on online store, and they're just all really great, fantastic books that I recommend often. I also make those available for conversation. So if someone wants to just talk to me about a book over the series, over the course of a few months, and just do a chapter a week, and we have a conversation. I've done that in the past, and I really personally enjoy it, but I find that my clients really like it too, because it's a way to get through a book and share it with somebody else. And I learn something each time, and they do as well, and we can really tap into what those experts are sharing in that book in a really special way. So there's, yes, the library. There in my studio also, of course, I have a myriad of crafts. When I was teaching monthly classes, we would always do a craft, and so I have lots and lots of crafts that I teach and enjoy doing, that are just a lot of fun. And if someone wants to come into my studio and just sit with me and do a craft, I'm happy to do that. It's sort of kind of coaching time, even though it's just conversation and we're working on a craft. You always learn something and have an ear to bounce what's happening in your home and heart off of. But yeah, from paper crafts to paints to decoupage to clay modeling to there's just so many that creating flowers, twilling, just a lot of stuff. And then also in the studio there's the grand piano, and the baby grand, I should say, and my course, Piano for Peace and Pleasure, that we can work with you on an individual basis to formulate the perfect piano regimen for peace and pleasure for your heart. I do also make available real estate elements of Home and Heart. Having been a broker for 20 plus years, there's a lot that I felt that needs to be available for Home and Heart, because these things always do seem to come up. If someone is moving, one of the ladies that I work with is downsizing, and so I'm able to give her resources for checklists for what to do when you're downsizing. And of course, all the elements of real estate apply to home. I should say all the elements of residential real estate at times come in very handy, and so I do make those resources available as well. I refer other real estate agents throughout the country and even locally as part of Home and Heart, and then I get into a little bit the option of investing. So I do have a women's real estate investment group, and some ladies like to just talk about how that can impact their lives as homemakers. It can be such an impactful thing to be involved with real estate investing, and to enjoy that as a homemaker and how that can enrich your life. So that real estate module, although I didn't start out putting that in Home and Heart, I have found that it's helpful to have that as a resource as a professional with my own experience and knowledge to be able to share when it's needed for Home and Heart. One of the key points of the classes when I was teaching them was Home and Heart charities. You can just get lost in these charities. From, oh my goodness, from Mary's Place, Vine Place. I'm thinking of some of these local charities, Dress for Success, Union Gospel Mission. And then we have a foundation as well, which is called Better Living Homes Foundation. And we deal with shared housing solutions. And I am still in the process of creating a Home and Heart house. It's been my dream since day one to create this home for senior women living alone. And I hope to get that created one of these days. But that concept is always there, and I really do have a passion for senior women, and work a lot with women in their, in their 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s, 70s, who are, even some in their 80s actually, who have so much to give, and their living situation is paramount. And so I really do like to focus on the whole housing idea, the whole housing concept. It's a big one, I think, in Home and Heart. And then we have conversations on getting involved, my own journal, my journey of Home and Heart, and the mission and making of Home and Heart. And some ladies ask how they can create this themselves, how they can have a monthly Home and Heart meeting, how to put it on, from organizing it, setting it up, doing the crafts, coming up with themes, and just creating something that is beautiful that they can share with their own community has been something that I will also share when someone requests that. So those are really the main elements of Home and Heart. And I invite you, if you have any questions, to give me a call, drop me a line, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you, and just let me know what's happening in your Home and Heart, and if I can be of any help to you. So thanks for listening, and always I'm wishing you beauty, balance, serenity, and celebration in your Home and Heart. Bye for now.